الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذين جاهدوا فينا لنهدينهم سبلنا سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. One thing that we notice in contemporary times, and it is something that is increasingly common, is that people want predictability in their life. They want their tomorrow to be equally as good as today, if not better. They want to make sure that there is no sudden change in their life that can disrupt or interrupt their level of comfort, their level of luxury. And this is the sort of thinking that has also started to creep into the Muslim mindset as well. But we have to understand that the only thing constant is in life is change. Every day we are growing. Every step that we are taking, it's either taking us to Jannat and eternal grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or towards Jahannam, or being away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for eternity. So there is no such thing. This is why people in general have a very difficult time to deal with change. Yeah? Very difficult. And we saw that within the COVID world, that the 2 years, and people just could not take it. There were mass reports of depression, and I was reading some statistics that more than half the children and youth in America, they are suffering from depression. Right? They just couldn't take that their social life was affected, that they could not go out, etc., etc. As a moment, we understand that this life is nothing more than a test. Nothing more than a test. And there was an ayah that was read today that, do you think that it is enough that they say La ilaha illallah, they bring iman, and they won't be tested? It's the way that the Quran addresses us and poses this. Do you really think that this is, it's like, how sad that you think this. How ironic that you think this. Because bringing iman on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it doesn't mean that now the life is going to be a bed of roses. No. Yes, it does mean that there's going to be peace of heart. We said yesterday that the awliya of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are who? Inna awliya Allahi la khawfun alayhim wa lahum yahzanun. Allah Ta'ala protects them. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be a storm. They're just protected from it. If there's a storm outside, if I'm sitting inside, I can see it. It doesn't affect me. I'm protected. So that is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protects the mu'mineen, that despite difficulties, they have sukoon, they have reliance, they have trust, they have tafweez, right, in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And so they're able to go through it. But in reality, the closer a person is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the more tests that are going to come on them. The more tests are going to come on. This is why, Islam does not have this problem of, the problem of evil that Christianity really suffers from. And we know that a lot of people turned agnostic, including Charles Darwin. They turned agnostic. Why? Because they just couldn't deal with this, there's too much suffering in the world. This is a wrong way of looking at the dunya. Dunya is not Jannat. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, a dunya, sijnul mu'min, wa jannatul kafir. A person who brings faith, it's nothing more than a prison. We're counting our days. And today was the third or fourth time that we heard the ayah, Kullu nafsin za'iqatul maut. So we are counting our days till we'll taste them. Thumma ilayna, and we'll go towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's just a TikTok game, right? It's just, it's counting our seconds. So we need to get out of this delusion that we have a long life. We're here to enjoy our life. We're here to make some legacy. We're here to leave something. No, we're just here to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we also heard today, it was dhikrullahi akbar, that Allah Ta'ala's dhikr is the greatest thing. I mean, that keeps us sane. That keeps us peaceful. That keeps us grounded. That keeps us reminded. That keeps us aware of why we're here. Right? And so this is a prison for us. And it is a jannat for those who reject. Of course, who don't believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the messengers and the akhirah. Right? These are the key three things that the messengers bring. Tawheed of Allah ta'ala, risala, and akhirah. And so those who have no sense of any of these things, they will try to make this essential. That's all they can do. And they will try to hang on to like every shred of breath. I just need one more day if I can live one more day. But we don't. For a mu'min, we look forward to the time when we'll meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are mushtaq. We have istiyaq to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's how we live our lives. That maybe today is the last day, that tonight I'll meet Allah ta'ala, or tomorrow or the day after. Right? It's a waiting game. We're waiting for a flight. Sitting on the gate, if you've traveled on an airplane, what do? We just go through the process and then just go and wait. And every announcement is like, Acha, you made an announcement. Is it for me? Is this my flight? Is this my flight? We're just waiting for our flight. Announcement will come very soon, and then that's it. The next generation, the next people will come in, and they'll start thinking the same thing. It's so ajib. Imagine what we will be thinking when we're taking our last breath. Right? Like everything that we worked towards in our life, and everything that we thought that was important, and everything that we thought was valuable, dunyavi wise, that's it. It's gone. Then we'll realize, Acha, I really did come empty-handed, and now I have literally nothing in my hands that I'm leaving with. Huh? Yeah, Jeepsy, what an ironic kind of, realization. But we don't realize it today. We just don't. It's so ajib, the level of this veils and curtains over our minds, our hearts. It's just that we know it, but we refuse to believe it. And we want to go back into that slumber of, you know what, I don't want change. I'm here, and this is mustaqil, this is it. So again, Ramadan al-Mubarak is a great opportunity for us to remind ourselves of the haqiqah, of the truth of our existence, of what is going to happen to us. And it is a good reminder how we need to change our days and nights are changed. Our days are different. Our nights, it's like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, we're sitting somewhere else. Everything is changed. So we need to change ourselves, inshallah, so we become somebody who's pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we hope and pray to Allah ta'ala that Allah ta'ala allows us to have such an existence. Allah ta'ala helps us learn the right lessons from Ramadan, and inshallah ta'ala continue with the fuyuzat and barakat of Ramadan to the rest of the year as well. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen.